The SureClad system has been designed and developed by Shclad Holdings Group Limited to enable ceramic granite ventilated facades to be installed on new and refurbished buildings. This type of cladding provides excellent protection from the elements, delivers valuable thermal and acoustic insulation benefits, and offers architects and their clients an unrivaled range of aesthetic design options. We are now going to show how to install a SureClad ventilated facade using the access system. This type of facade can be installed onto brickwork, concrete blocks, slab walls, cold rolled studding and suitable composite panels. The first step in the installation is to create a plumb line at one end of the elevation. Using this vertical line as your guide, secure the first SureClad helping hand bracket to the building, using appropriate anchor fixings to suit the background. Position all the remaining brackets along the plumb line at an appropriate distance, in accordance with the specification. The size of the helping hand bracket required will be determined by factors such as the required depth of cavity behind the facade, the amount of thermal insulation to be fitted, the planarity of the outer surface of the building, and aesthetic design considerations. Create a second plumb line at the opposite end of the elevation and repeat the bracketing process. Then fix all subsequent brackets across the elevation as detailed in the specification. In this example, they are at 600 mm centres. At this point, a layer of insulation can be introduced to maximise the thermal efficiency of the facade system and enhance the U values of the building. The helping hand brackets are designed to hold the vertical T-sections in place. These sections are usually cut to span a single-storey height, typically 3 metres. Engage the first set of T-sections at one end of the elevation and adjust the position until perfect vertical alignment is achieved. Then engage the T-sections at the other end of the elevation and adjust and align as before. According to the specification, the brackets which hold each vertical T-section in place will be either floating, riveted using the flexible fixing points, or rigidly secured using the fixed points. Once both the extreme T-sections are secured, continue to position all the intermediate sections, ensuring alignment and facial planarity of the facade. When this stage is complete, the horizontal rails can be installed. In this installation, the SureClad carrier system is being set out from the base of the elevation, and the facade panels are being installed in the same way. Particular care should be taken when positioning the first horizontal rail and marking out the height of the next rail above. It is clearly desirable to conceal the bottom BX rail from view behind the ceramic granite, and in order to achieve this, the bottom course of facade panels can have a special detail. Mark a datum line across the elevation against which the first horizontal rail is to be positioned. Then fix the rail to the vertical T-section using rivets at the top and bottom of the intersections in accordance with the specification. Carefully position the next rail at the height required to accommodate bottom course panels. The base of the elevation is not the only area where bottom course panels might be needed, and where horizontal rails may therefore require non-standard spacing. These specially designated panels are also used over doors and windows and where movement joints occur in the design scheme. The remaining rails are set out for intermediate rails and accordingly are fixed slightly further apart. At the top of the elevation, and in other areas where the facade terminates, for instance below windows, ceramic granite panels are affixed to a top Z rail rather than a standard BX rail, the shallow profile of which can be neatly concealed by the ceramic granite. Once the horizontal rails are in position, the facade cladding can be installed. To help you fast-track your project and benefit from ISO 9001 quality-controlled prefabrication services, Shclad supplies ceramic granite which has been pre-drilled and strapped off-site, ready for installation. To convert the ceramic granite slab into an installation-ready facade panel, undercut holes of a precise depth are made in the back using specially designed computer-controlled drilling machines and drill heads. The hole dimensions are determined by the panel thickness and type of metal fixing being attached. A patented stainless steel undercut anchor system is used to securely attach specially designed straps to the back of each panel. Bolts of precise dimensions are then inserted through the strap and into the stainless steel anchor sleeve. Screwed down, the bolts expand the anchor sleeves to fit perfectly in the undercut holes, creating an invisible, safe, secure and stress-free mechanical fix. Prior to installation, a final torque check must be made by the installer to ensure the bolts are tightened to the specified value. This is carried out using a standard calibrated torque wrench. Install the panels by positioning the bottom toe of the strap into the bottom horizontal rail with a minimum engagement of 5 mm. Then push the panel back against the wall. The patented design of the system creates a cantilevered effect, and a self-tightening action will hold it in position. Adjust the panel position until perfectly aligned, and then, using specified self-drilling screws, secure the head of the strap to the next horizontal rail using the pre-drilled holes in the strap. As with all self-drilling screws, a drill of the correct speed and calibrated torque setting must be used. Facade panels will normally be installed in rows from the bottom of the elevation working upwards. Each panel is carefully positioned and manoeuvred into place until the row is complete. When the second and subsequent rows are being installed, spacers are often used. This ensures that a consistently sized open joint is maintained between panels at all times, and also helps to speed up the installation. Spacers help the installer to manoeuvre each individual panel into position without bringing it into contact with the course below. Although we are showing a sequential installation, the beauty of the SureClad access system is that individual panels can be installed in isolation without disturbing adjacent cladding, and gaps can be left in the facade if needed. This means that all types of scaffolding and access equipment can be used to install this type of facade, such as the mast climber shown in this high-rise installation. Ties can be made to the structure where the gaps have been left, and these can be filled in later at the installer's convenience. During the lifetime of the building, it may be necessary to remove individual cladding panels to access services behind the facade. Any SureClad access panel can be quickly and easily removed and replaced. Remove the fixings at the top of the panel, pull the top forward, dropping the height slightly and disengaging the straps from the upper horizontal rail. The panel can then be removed. It is replaced in exactly the same way as it was originally installed.